Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS Small Business and ESS BIZTOOls. Welcome to Empowering SMEs. Nothing happens until a sale is made. This is a very true statement, but unfortunately many company directors and officers of companies have not fully appreciated the significance of the sales process. Businesses need to accept that until a sale of a product or service is made, there is no cash flow going to happen within the business. Business is about making things or developing ideas and knowledge and then selling those things. But everything else is secondary until that cash for that sale has been received, because otherwise the business runs out of cash flow. Directors need a good understanding of the system that has been implemented into your company for the measurement of the success of the sales process. Directors just cannot sit back and wait to the end of the financial year to see what happened. It's part of the director's responsibility to be inquiring throughout the year as to how the sales process is proceeding. Businesses need to have developed a sales culture and to have mastered the science of selling. A few years ago, I attended an investment pitch in Melbourne. There were about 15 companies who had all developed technology-based products who were making a pitch to about 100 interested potential investors in those companies. And the organisers had invited an adjudicator to travel from the United States of America. And the adjudicator was the president of the USA Business Angels Association. She listened to the first presentation and then quietly inquired, "Who's your salesperson?" And the presenter indicated that he hadn't really thought about that. She then listened to the next 4 presentations, and after each one of them she made a similar comment because none of them had identified a salesperson. After the 5th presentation, she literally exploded and said to them, "Please listen. The most important person in your organisation is the person responsible for selling, because unless there are sales, there will be no cash flow. The amount of money that you hope to raise from these investors sitting in this room today is not going to give you enough cash to continue indefinitely. You need to be making sales." She then identified that the best person to be a sales manager is someone with a very large mortgage who's prepared to live out of a suitcase and who is happy to have Sunday afternoons off. She was a very tough lady. The thing, though, was that she was identifying some of the key attributes of selling. She also indicated that sales is that important that in the United States, in many listed public companies, the highest paid executive is the sales executive person in the organisation. In the corporate governance network that ESS Small Business is commencing on the 25th of July, we are happy to announce that Trevor Marchant, a master sales trainer from Marchant Dallas, has accepted our invitation to be our keynote speaker on marketing and sales during the 8 90-minute webinar workshops that will be presented as part of the corporate governance network. Trevor will join other keynote speakers in areas such as people management, workplace health and safety, debtors management, debtors collections, budgets and cash flow forecasts, taxation, company secretarial, and experienced public company director, who will all be making presentations over the webinar workshop series throughout 2018-19. Each of these presenters will be talking about truths relevant to their particular expertise. But I think the first truth is what we've already discussed today. Nothing happens until a sale is made. I would invite you to participate in a free introductory webinar on the Corporate Governance Network that we're presenting on Tuesday the 3rd of July at 12:30 p.m. AEST. To register, please go to www.ess010.com.au. And whilst you're there, why don't you have a look at the background material on the keynote presenters and the program for the Corporate Governance Network. You can do that by clicking onto Corporate Governance Network. I look forward to you being able to join us on this journey of making corporate governance information far more readily available to directors and officers of SME companies and committee members of charities, not-for-profits and sporting organisations. Have a great day. Goodbye.